All right, all right, all right. Peace, peace, and welcome to another episode of Random Thoughts. I'm your host, the LYR to the ICS. It's lyrics, y'all. Yo, we here. It's not really too much of a sunny day here in Bronx, New York. It's more cloudy than anything else. But we here, we happy, we alive. The Boston Celtics are still your 2024 NBA champions. And
Ooh.
there was a couple of trades that happened. Stop hating, Steph. Stop hating. Anyway, and there was a couple of trades that happened. Shout out to Mikal Bridges, man. He's a New York Knick now. You know what I'm saying? They traded him from the Brooklyn Nets for some bum ass nigga or something. I don't know who it was. But now 4 out of the 5 Villanova championship teams now play for the New York Knicks. So should I say 4 out of the 5 starting Villanova University champions now play for the Knicks. So you know what I mean? Shout out to Villanova. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, the championship Villanova Wildcats. So yeah, that should be a good look. Actually, I was on ESPN looking at the free agent tracker, the NBA free agent tracker, because free agency starts today technically, and there's been a couple of crazy trades um, as of late. You got the guy Malcolm Brogdon, formerly of Boston Celtics, and now he's on the garbage ass Washington Wizards. So, Steph, I just want to say from us to you, there you go. Um, yeah, you got another garbage. You got another, half-ass player. Hopefully, Malcolm Brogdon could do something for the Wizards. I don't know.
What we need is a coach. We have an interim coach. We need an actual coach. That's what we need.
Yeah, yeah. Joseph T. Jerkoff. Joseph T. Jerkoff. He's been with a lot of losing teams lately. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't amount to shit. So I don't know what to tell y'all. But
Whatever,
shout out to
man.
Joe Mazzulla and the 2024 NBA champion Boston Celtics. Yes, I'm still popping shit
Yeah.
because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrating your win. That's the only win you
Yeah,
have. But
that's
anyway,
it. That's
but anyway,
it.
but
Stop
anyway,
hating.
but anyway.
Hater.
that's,
Hater.
that's the only win you have.
Hater. Anyway, crew, what's popping?
You're saying loud. I'm black and I'm proud. That's all I got. What's up, everyone? Y'all know what it is. I'm starting early. It's Steph, y'all. It's me, Stephanie Gale. I'm here. It's the last day of Pride Month and also the last day of Black Music Month. And it's kind of
Oh
cloudy
yeah.
too. I haven't shaved. I haven't gotten a haircut. I'm a big old mess, but I've I've been working hard, man. There's a lot going on over here that I haven't really talked about. I don't want to get into it just yet. I want to wait until everything is like finalized and solidified and all that good stuff. But working hard over here. Good to see you, fellas. And good to see you all, randos. We're glad you are back.
Hashtag Randos Nation.
Let's see who's out here. Who's out here? Out the iRant network, of course, is out here. Shout out to them. Um, yeah, shout out to everyone watching right now. I get ready to come in.
All right.
But
Yo.
also shout out to Sun Show for this shirt, this black and proud. This is the shiniest shirt I've ever
Now,
owned in my
word, that
entire life.
is a shiny ass shirt. Like, yo, for real. What is that? Black Proud what?
Black and proud, black and proud, and
Yeah,
then
Black and Proud what?
hashtag we out here.
Oh, all
That's
right, yeah.
that's Summer Show's hashtag we out here.
Is
Shout out
that
to you.
like National Pride Month T-shirt or something like that? Because
It's about
it's
being
always
black
like a.
and being gay.
Oh, no, I'm just saying the shirt is shiny, but it has like the colors, so that's why I asked.
Yeah,
Is that
no,
part of Pride Month? Like,
because this is every day, man. Pride Month is 365 days in a year, baby. Not just in a month. What's up, Benny? How you doing? Good to see you.
um, all right.
One of our favorite people in here. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, word to mother. Yo, Benny, what's popping? What's going on?
It's been a
Okay,
minute.
Steph. That's what's up. Now, because I was gonna see if they got that shirt in like non
Before you.
like in like black and white, and I'd have copped it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like black
let
and
me tell
proud.
you. Now they got another black and proud with kente cloth in it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You want
I'm
the
good because
kente
it
cloth?
because it reminds me of Black Plant because it reminds me of Black Panther Part 3, and then next you know in the back you're gonna have Wakanda forever. Fuck out of
What?
here. I'm not with that.
What?
Part
I'm not
three.
with that, man.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Part
Yeah,
three.
you know they making a
You are
Black
of
Panther 3. You know that, right? They making a third Black Panther. Like,
okay. And you never saw the second one, so I don't know. I don't even know why
but
you
I saw the
pretending.
first one. I saw the first one. Get out of here.
You didn't
Stop.
see the
Stop
second
telling
one.
me. Stop
You didn't.
telling me what I said and what I didn't see.
You
Like, yo,
didn't
you
see.
don't know
You
me.
didn't
You
see
ain't
the second
here.
one. You said
I saw.
it
I saw parts of the second one. I didn't see the whole thing. Anyway, yo,
exactly.
Ad, what's
Let,
popping?
Oh my
What's
god.
let's
popping, Ad? Cause
let's go
she
ahead.
in my house and she know everything I do. Fuck out of here.
Because you say it. You say
Oh
it.
my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Ah, but what's good, y'all? ADV in the
Right.
spot, activist, and we are here with another episode of Random Thoughts Talk series. Shouts out to all the randos everywhere, whether if you're on YouTube, Twitch, and even Facebook, even though Facebook is still being weird. And again, if y'all want to check us out too, go ahead and see us at the website, www.randomthoughts.com. But I'm going to let the spelling bee champ spell that out and let him go ahead and watch all these movies that he's missing and these bars that he still needs to drop. But other than that, y'all,
Oh,
things are well.
oh,
Look, lyrics. This is what I was about to
oh,
say, though. This is
oh,
what
no,
I was
no,
about
no,
to
no,
say.
no,
No,
buddy.
no,
The
no, no,
bars
no,
that I'm
no,
not
no,
dropping,
no,
the
no,
bars that I'm not, I can't
no.
wait. I can't
Okay,
wait.
okay. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
We
I
can't wait
can't
either.
motherfucking wait. No,
Actually,
no,
Okay.
Steph, stay
we've
out
been
of this.
waiting.
Stay
We've
out
been
of this.
waiting. We've
Stay
been
out of
waiting.
this.
We
Stay
have
out of
been
this.
waiting.
Step out.
We
Step out of this. That was funny. Step out of this. Step out of this. All right.
I'm part of this. I produced the track that I'm
Steps
waiting for.
out, y'all.
Right.
Oh yeah, you still wait for that. Yeah, damn. Yeah, but
Pause,
besides
y'all.
that track, step out of this, all right? Step.
Oh
Nah,
my
nah, but
god.
like
Lord have mercy.
new music coming soon, man. I promise you. I know
You
it's been
know what I
a long
mean?
wait. I know it's been an extremely long wait, but you know, real life shit happens. But now,
I'm
all
growing.
that's
I'm
to the
growing gray
side.
hairs. I'm growing gray hairs
I'm
now. I've been
fuck it.
waiting
We
for this.
all growing gray hairs, but guess what? I'm focused. I'm better than I ever been. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it, man. Like
You know
that's
what I
it.
mean?
Lyrics shit coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, your favorite rappers, your favorite rappers. Stop playing
Yo,
with me, man.
yo, yo. When I get there,
And I'm popping shit.
which will most likely be the end of August, with around your birthday. You want to do these 8 bars? I already. You see this? This is my mobile recording studio setup. This is including the keyboard and everything. I can do any and everything with this mobile studio now. So when I get down there, we're not just gonna party. You gonna do these 8 bars.
Allegedly. Yo, I can't even get mad at that. Like, yo, oh man, but yo, add anything else, man? Like, yo, oh.
What I was gonna end up saying is me and you need to connect like Voltron. Since you saw the first movie, I saw the second one, and then now we both saw both of them together. Then, cause yeah,
Mm,
but you already know. Hopefully, the other one is also in works too. Know what I mean?
I get it. I get
All
it.
right,
You already know. You already
all
know
right.
that. Step out of this. All right.
Nope, nope. I'm always a part of it.
Step out of this.
Always part of this.
Hey yo, I gotta trademark that shit. Step out of this. Like yo, son, like that was a great mistake. I'm sorry. I'm
I
my
should
fault,
say
Steph.
that. Step out
Right.
of this. That should be.
Like, are you like, like, is Steph a part of this? Nah, Steph out of this.
Step out of this.
Step out of this.
Steph out of this.
Oh man, yo, Ramos, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? It's hot as muggy up in here. I don't know what's going on in New York right now, but yo, my t-shirt looked like I ran a marathon. I'm about to change this shit in a second. But
Yo,
other than that, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought you actually was coming from the gym. I thought you was just like
Nah.
working out or something, man.
That's like
I
10
was
minutes in
gonna
this
say.
room. This room is muggy as fuck. But when we come back, I'll be in a different outfit. Don't worry about it.
Cool. That's what's up. Nah, but yo, not for nothing. It's great to see you guys, man. It's always good to see you guys or whatever have you.
That's right. Just
Jesus
I'm airing it
Christ.
airing it out.
Before we get in the house cleaning, I just want to say there's some new albums that came out that I want to mention real quick. Marsha Ambrosius finally came out with Casablanca, which is supposed to have been fully produced by none other than Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been working together for years.
Yeah, the thing is, to me, Casablanca was way the fuck overdue. Like I'm sorry. Like I have to give an honest assessment of this album.
Mm-hmm.
To me, out of the 5 Flame systems, you know what I'm saying? I already explained the 5 Flame systems when it comes to Chop Cheese City. Same rules apply to music reviews here. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna give it a solid 3. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I'm giving Casablanca a solid 3 is because it's overdue. That shit's supposed to have came out in the 2010s, at least from what it sounds like to me.
You know how Dr. Dre works.
I do, and that's why I had to take under consideration. You're right.
5.
3 out of 5. It's 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how do y'all think about it? Did y'all listen to it?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't know about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, I just found out like today because she put up a post saying that it's number 1 on iTunes right now.
Oh wow.
That's the only way I found. That's the only way I found it.
Like, wait, you think Dre put the beats on by Dre on her? Nah, probably not. I don't know, but all I know is, like I said, like there's some good productions. I didn't even realize it dropped. No, but she actually's been promoting Casablanca online for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like if you follow Marsha Ambrosius on Instagram, she's been really, pushing it out there. If you follow Instagram, so I've been knew it was gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I already knew Casablanca was coming out.
Yeah, I haven't really followed her
That drop was Joel
for a while.
What happened?
Now I said I haven't really been following her that much in a while. It's been a while since I've like kept up with her because I do follow her on X, formerly known. Well, we call it Twitter, but I follow her on Twitter. But I haven't really been on Twitter in a while since they changed their name. Since that guy took over. But
another guy that we don't speak of.
Such is life.
My algorithm on IG is tainted. Is it a tainted love though?
Oh boy, here we go with the Slum Village jokes.
Boom, boom.
I follow her on Pornhub. Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, Miss RJC78, peace. But there's another album that actually surprisingly to me was dope. Joel Ortiz and King Crooked, they came out with an album called Tapestry. I ain't seen no Marsha yet. Nah, Marsha Ambrosius came out with that Casablanca album. It's entirely produced by Dr. Dre. Guys, if you want, it should be on all streaming platforms right now. Personally, I use YouTube Music. Go to YouTube Music, check that shit out. Like it's fairly decent to me.
So fairly, you said fairly decent. Okay,
that's why.
Yeah, no,
I was getting ready to ask you like what you thought overall, besides the fact that it was long overdue.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, if you listen to it, it still had the same Marsha Ambrosius sound, but there's certain tracks on there that is Dr. Dre produced that Marsha just sounds like she does not belong on. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, to me it sounds 2000 in the 2010-ish category. You know what I'm saying? Like just past Flowetry. but
Okay.
it's Marsha Ambrosia's 2010 sound. If y'all understand what I'm talking about, because remember in the 2010, she really was doing her thing with her albums and the late night, early mornings, and the Nyla and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
like it still has that same sound. It just sounds like it belongs in the 2010s rather than now. You know what I'm saying?
So
It like she hasn't progressed past 2010s with
Mhm.
this album. My
you're saying
personal opinion.
it sounds dated, but essentially, like it
Yeah.
sounds like she's progressing in
Exactly.
the style. Like people progress in style even within their own style. They progress, but it seems like she kind of got stuck within that era. Yeah, I mean, I've seen other artists happen to other artists as well. You listen to them, you waiting. Oh, I want to hear some new stuff from them.
Busta
Then
Rhymes.
yeah, but you know what? Interesting. We talked about this, but then the
Mm,
next album, he went completely opposite the other way, where he went way too much on the other side. He
yeah.
couldn't find a middle ground for it.
Oh, Blockbuster, that
Yeah,
album.
he
Yeah.
went completely. I mean, there was a few tracks that were kind of okay, but overall, he just went too hard.
Step to
Oh wow.
yeah.
Hey, quoting Tim Dog, man. Rest in peace, Tim Dog, man.
Some dog. Yeah.
Um,
Dog's
but
gonna
like
get you.
but now let's talk about this album real quick, man. Joel and King Crooked, Joel Ortiz and King Crooked, Tapestry. That album, I just heard that yesterday. That album for Heat Makers.
Mm,
What can
okay.
you say? I know they got some other producers on there too, but predominantly for the most part, you could tell Heat Makers was on that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
shout out to Arsonist. You know what I'm saying, for the Heat Makers, like that man. I'll tell you, from the sounds that he made from Dipset to now, you can see the change and the growth within the production of the Heat Makers.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? This album, I'm gonna give it a 4,
okay.
a solid 4. And the reason being is, to me, specific tracks it just didn't fit the style of Joel and King Crooked, at least from my perspective. But the shit they was talking on it,
Mm,
they got a song on there called Parental Advisory, which right, um, King Crooked is talking to his daughters, and Joel is talking to his sons. You know what I'm saying? Just tell them about life and whatever have you. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like the shit that King Crooked was telling his daughters, part of that, when you actually listen to the track, part
mm,
of that I kind of personally had a issue with,
why?
because I think because it was because of the things that he was saying, to his daughter, talk about how they shouldn't need a man and they should go ahead and get careers, take care of themselves, so they won't need a man and this, that, the third, whoopty whoop. I'm like, in this world, everybody needs somebody, but I understand why he said that to his daughters. So what I'm saying, they won't get taken advantage of by the wrong type of guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's the conflict with a father dealing with their daughters. It's like you want to tell them to mess with a nice guy. You want to tell them that you should work as a cohesive unit with that man. But then you're so worried about the dogs that could possibly fuck over your daughters because you fucked over somebody's daughter in the past. You know what I'm saying? That
I don't think it's all the way that. I think the other thing is a lot of times we've raised, especially in the past, we've raised women to be dependent on other people. And we've in the past trained our daughters to be, I want to say I want okay, I'll say subservient to their partners to a certain degree, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because once that partner steps out on you, or that person decides, hey, I want to move on to other things, that now that woman's like destitute. So it's not necessarily about, I think it's more so about like build your own, like be able to stand on your own too. That doesn't necessarily mean like a partnership is a bad thing, but you should be able to sustain yourself as well. What part of raising a child in the long run should be about teaching that child how to survive. That's anyone, boy, girl, what have you. You should be
I mean,
teaching your child how to survive in life. Period.
of course, you should teach your child how to survive. But when it comes to relationships, once again, and this is something that I will never back down from. I will always stand firm, 10 toes down on what I'm about to say. And that's men and women both, when it comes to men and women, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like I can't speak, once again, I can't speak on the LGBTQIA plus community. I can't, because I'm not a part of your community.
So just speak on people.
But I can speak. I can only speak what I know. And I do know the heterosexual part. I can only speak on that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to men and women, we have roles to play in relationships. A man has a role and a woman has a role. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that role you may think it is, you feel me? Then you should go ahead and follow that role. The thing is, we have to work. The one thing, we have different meanings and definitions of what those roles may be. But the one thing that's undeniable, whether it is straight or LGBTQ plus, whether it is, we have to work as a cohesive unit together. Polyamorous, straight, LGBTQ, whatever. We have to work as a cohesive unit. White, black, whatever.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
No. But
you can still
the reason why I'm saying,
you can still sustain your own and still be a partnership.
That's the lyrics.
But part of the partnership is sustaining your own. That's part of the partnership. You have to be able to sustain your own role and your own part in the partnership.
Yeah, but the thing is, partner.
That's what we don't.
Like, I understand.
Perfect.
No, you're right. You have to sustain your own. But see, here's the thing: you're still singling it out by your own, and I think that's kind of the only problem I had with King Crooked's verse on there. Otherwise than that, I think he was spot on. You know what I'm saying? That song in particular, I give a 5 out of 5. Parental advisory, because the message, the beat was dope, all that. Agreed. Beat your meat, not just spouse. This motherfucker right here, man. Like, yo, this guy, man. Man. Yeah, nah. I'm sorry for getting deep on y'all about it, but that song made me think. It really did. And Joel's verse to Sons, that shit was cold. You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the boys how to take accountability as men, for their actions and all that. Teaching them how to love a woman and all that other stuff. So, like, I mean, it's a really thought-provoking song. Like, it makes you, it really will make you think. You feel me? And that album Tapestry in itself made me think. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's some tracks that I really, but for the most part, like I said, I give it a solid 4 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some other albums that's coming out. Oh,
well, I know
Skyzoo's coming, huh?
Meg Thee Stallion came out yesterday. Oh, not yesterday.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You mean that new album, Garbage, right? Garbage. All right, cool.
No, you just
we giving that a 0. We giving that
the hater. You haven't even heard the album. You haven't.
I don't want it. I'm never hearing the fucking album. I don't care about her album.
He was the first. He was the
trash.
What you got to say, Ab? Is why are you? What's the?
Oh, I mean, I'll be very honest with you. I don't promote or like anything that she is putting out personally, and the reason why I would say this is I had a homie yesterday. Shouts out to my brother Joe the Poet. I actually went in and shot some video for him. He actually opened up for what is it? 310 Baby is his name.
Mm-hmm.
He opened up for him, and I actually ran into a couple of students that I know over at that show, and then just hearing that music and the kids just being into it, saying all the words, doing this and that. Again, it just shook my head, just like, are y'all really just saying these lyrics? Are y'all really listening? And that's why unfortunately I put her in that platform. So I don't rock with anything really that Meg Thee Stallion is really doing with that. I don't. That's just me personally.
Thank you. I agree. I agree with Ad said 100%. And it like, I know I'm saying this garbage and it seems like I'm hating, but I'm not really hating. I just don't really rock with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you see kids, okay, the power of music. I really didn't know. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know to the fullest extent the power of music. So I seen a video of little kids, like this little girl at her birthday party was performing a Meg Thee Stallion song. You had these other little girls popping ass, sitting there twerking. You know what I'm saying? And you had the boys singing with it. Sorry, it was a Sexy Red song. My fault.
Okay, you can't put. Okay, first of all, you can't put those two in the same category. They are.
Yeah, you can.
They are not the same. They are not.
One is more talented than the other, but they have similar messages.
Thank you, Eric. You hit it right on the nail. Right on the fucking nail.
I disagree.
You are alone in this, Steph.
Why do you disagree? The message is essentially the same.
I'm saying this as a person that has clearly listened to more Meg Thee Stallion tracks than the three of you combined. And
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I give artists a chance because I wanna even though people are like, oh yeah, this person's trash, this person's this person's that, I want to give an artist a chance. So I'll sit with their projects or I'll sit with their albums and their songs and I'll actually listen to the lyrics. And they're completely different people. Sexy Red, I will no. No, I don't rock with her at all. Like she's trash.
She's trashy.
She's trash.
The only person.
She's trashy.
The only person that I changed on and at least gave a pass, but I don't really still listen to a lot of his stuff was Rod Wave. It's the only person that I had gave a pass to after because I listened to the music after some of the kids brought it up to me, and I was like, okay, there's some stuff I get that's on that side of like whatever kill this, but then he goes and has a lot of other introspective stuff that the kids again gravitate to. So I was like, okay, I can respect it for that. You talking about changing all these other stuff. So I can respect you for that. But if you still telling these kids to pop, do this, that's just me, Steph. I get you. She might have a pocket of maybe one or two songs that has nothing to do with any of that. That's dope. But the overall image, that's what's coming. That's what it's been put out to be.
Same thing with me and XX Tension, 21 Savage, and Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I gave those three chances. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate them niggas. Triple X Triple X. I heard yes, rest in peace to him. I heard one freestyle from this dude. This dude could actually, God rest him. He had a lot of potential. He was a rapper. Like he was a rapper for the. Yeah, I fuck with this nigga, man. Like, yo, anything he was like, no wonder why you got motherfuckers following him. Like, I fuck with this nigga, man. Like, yo, he was an MC, like of the new generation. You know what I'm saying? Because he could actually rap. You know what I'm saying? 21 Savage. I felt the street nigga shit that he was speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I stand 10 toes down on this. No matter what we call hip hop first and foremost was street music.
Well, it's storytelling. That's basically
it. Storytelling about the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it's street music.
It's the modern day grill
everywhere.
People pissing on the streets. You're funny. You're funny. And Steph.
All right, wait, hold on.
But I'm being dead serious. I
was just started at the party. It's actually party music.
Well, and I would actually
from the street.
I was actually talking about this on Threads because someone was yes, I'm bringing up Kendrick again. But they were talking about someone asked the question, what does Kendrick mean by they not like us? And I said Kendrick's my response was Kendrick has layers. So he's not necessarily, some people were like, oh, he's just talking about the West Coast. No, he's not just talking about the West Coast.
Oh my God. Finish.
God, you love to talk anyway.
Yes, because I talk shit. That's what I do.
Okay, let me finish. Anyway, so I said it's not just about the West Coast, it's about hip hop culture. I said you have to consider the person that he was speaking to, which was Drake. He's like, you're not, and we had this conversation before. He's not of the culture. So the person asked me, what is hip hop culture? What is like West Coast culture? And I said, at the end of the day, it all boils down to, and this might be a controversial take, but maybe it's not. But actually, hip hop started with gangs. Let's be honest. The gangs started hip hop.
In the street.
Started hip hop.
In the street.
And to be honest with you, hip hop would not be what it is without the gangs. It's a
In the street.
yes, gangs in the street gangs. Okay, so it was a non-violent way for them to compete against each other, because you already had turf wars back then. You already had like, was it Vice Lords and all the all the other gangs that were out there, Street Disciples or what have you, out there competing against each other, but they were killing each other. Hip hop was a non-violent way of look at I've seen a lot of documentaries. It started with the gangs. It was a non-violent way for them to compete against each other.
Steph, with all due respect, okay, I respect everything that you just said right there. You feel me?
But
all right, Chris. Wow.
No, I'm just saying it's.
I was reading. I was like, no, and I'm about to add to that because I agree, it is the truth. But the difference of seeing a documentary and actually being there, living that shit, is two different monsters. The only reason why I say that because
no, I lived it too. I'm just saying it just.
No, I'm saying being from the South Bronx, living in the South Bronx, being around the South Bronx, it's a whole. And I'm not no diss to any country, state, or whatever. But when they said it originated here, and seeing it here, and seeing it grow from here, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I wasn't a hip hop fan at first. I was more into rock and roll and R&B soul because that's what I was listening to. You feel me? Like, because that's what my parents put me on to. But I grew up around it. I had no choice but to grow up around it because hip hop was all around me. Eventually, as the years gone by, as I got older, when I was 15, that's when I became a student of the culture at 15. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been around it so much. How the fuck can I step away from it? That's why I say, like, yo, Helter Skelter, though they from Brooklyn, Helter Skelter, OGC, the whole boot camp clique. They're a big part of the reason why I rap today. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that you look up to, and there's people the reason why you rap. KRS-One, Helter Skelter. They actually did raise me. You feel me? Like KRS-One, Helter Skelter, Common Sense, before he dropped the sense. You know what I'm saying? I was raised at the refugee camp, aka the translation crew, who y'all know is the Fugees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Onyx. Those guys, they did raise me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Big Bro, Smith and Wesson, Bucktown. Like, I remember coming home from school watching Video Music Box with Ralph McDaniel. Ralph McDaniels raised me. You feel me?
Okay. And I
I grew up in the culture because I had no choice but to grow up around it. When you see the local drug dealers busting freestyles, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally seen the local drug dealers busting freestyles, battling, rapping and shit. I thought the shit was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was at the parties with the DJs out in the park and all that other shit. Motherfuckers break dancing, you know what I'm saying? Beatboxing and shit like Homeboy and the Fat Boys, like, you know what I'm saying? But you had other fat dudes beatboxing that y'all don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
wait. Okay, we're not that far in age, and I get it. Yes, you grew up in the Bronx. That's the epicenter of hip hop and all that.
I'm sorry.
They weren't no.
You almost got me knocking down my camera.
We don't want to. I mean, I don't really want to bring up this name, but this is the truth. African Bambaataa was part of a gang. So I mean, he was one of the pioneers. But I'm saying he's one of the pioneers.
We don't know this Black Spades,
even though we begrudgingly want to say no. But what I'm saying is, I grew up growing up in the '80s here in the DMV. We weren't that far. We're not that far from New York. That was happening here as well. I mean, we had I grew up, one of the first songs I ever that ever caught my ear and attention was, Salt and Pepper. My mic sounds nice, check one. As a kid, I'm turning it on, I'm turning the radio on in the bathroom, and I'm rocking to this. And I grew up with all of those all of the people that you mentioned as well, and that was very much ingrained in DC culture. And then of course, with New York homogenizing go-go music. Of course, we were, that was our link.
I knew you was gonna say that shit too.
You weren't here, Steph.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that shit.
Yeah,
You
okay.
weren't here, Steph.
Yeah, I heard the music
Cause Steph always thinks everything was made from go-go music. So I'm gonna give you that.
I didn't say it was made from go-go. I'm just saying New York took it on. Once EU blew up with the butt, and that became a worldwide phenomenon. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
New York took that on. Can we talk about
you remember that song? You remember that? Oh yeah, Kid and Play.
Blew up with the butt? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like doing the butt.
Okay,
like,
I do remember that song, but
the song on School Days, doing the butt, like that song.
I do remember. She said blowing up with the butt. I'm like, what? Like she just said randomly.
No, the song is called The Butt.
I know, but blowing up, forget it. Don't worry about it.
I know what you. Yes, I know what you said.
I'm like,
well, you know what, guys?
Context is important, Eric.
My point.
EU, which is the group that created the song.
All right, so let's get to this Megan Thee Stallion album. What you talking about it? What's the name of it? What you talking about?
I gotta finish listening to it, but it's called Megan. Only like 4 hip hop songs. Slow down. Why you keep calling me KR Steph?
Oh shit.
KR Steph 1. That should be my name. Yeah. The Meg Thee Stallion's album is called Megan. And I've heard a few tracks from it and pretty dope. She's one of the ones that started this old hip hop beef this year. She actually came out with what was it, Hiss, and actually she was the first one to go at Drake too. She didn't say his name, but she was the first one to mention the BBLs and walking around with the same scars and wanting to be in my section, wanting to have, trying to have sex with me, but your sex sucks. Like she went at him.
And see, the thing is with Megan Thee Stallion, I will say one good thing about Megan Thee Stallion. One good thing. Behind closed doors, behind the whole industry, she's another female that can actually rap. Yeah, like, which is shocking. No, I said away from this, she can actually rap, like, which is like, it was fucking mind boggling.
Yeah. Have you heard his? Because she was rapping on that too.
I gotta hear that his shit.
I think the main problem is this. The popular songs that she comes out with have a specific message that they're pushed out more. So we as an audience or people who are semi consumers of different rap or music see them, we're like, yeah, they're kind of that part of that shit. You know what I mean? Because you only seen one layer of them. But there are artists who only about one thing, and we can agree with that, as we just stated one person. Talking about people who are like can rap. Yo, Doja Cat can fucking rap.
Yeah,
what?
I've heard her fucking rhyme. She was killing it. She's murdering the fucking track.
And she's a big fan. She's a big fan of Little Brother, which shocked the fuck out of me.
She mentioned that. Among other people.
No, I was on Little Brother's page on Facebook. No, not Facebook, on Instagram. And Fonte like, yo, Doja Cat. This person named Doja Cat is a fan. Like, she was in her trailer listening to one of the old joints, Whatever You Say. She was listening to Little Brother, Whatever You Say, and she's repeating it word for word. Like, she really fucks with Little Brother. And I'm like,
but the other thing is, she's really down with hip-hop.
Crazy.
Have you ever seen that girl?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen her break, pop and lock?
She could dance. Like, she could really dance.
Yeah.
But what's up?
The question is, hip hop helping or hurting the housing crisis?
No, we
forgot
about the topic.
Yeah,
now we're 40 minutes in.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. We apologize that we supposed to have done a little quick album review, but then we just got
helping or hurting the housing.
Honorable mention: Lupe Fiasco, Samurai. Honorable mention.
Oh yeah,
and also
yes.
And also Don Toliver.
Shout out to Lupe. He's doing his professor shit
right
now.
Yeah, like he's not letting the fact that he fell off the fame wagon stop him from making some good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Lupe, man. No, seriously, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fuck with the industry don't fuck with Lupe no more. They trying to blackball his ass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
So the housing,
Yeah.
huh? Who got a house?
Yeah, let's
All
go
right,
for
so
it
then,
now.
The fame
Are we
wagon.
ready?
the fame wagon. Like, yo, but anyway, real quick, before we do that, we have housekeeping real quick. So I just want to say, happy belated birthday to my niece Quenisha. You know what I'm saying? Her birthday was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say happy born day. You know what I'm saying? Love you to death. You know what I'm saying? Love the family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as usual, everybody on my Facebook friends list, because I forgot some of y'all birthdays or whatever. Hey Steph, anybody else?
Yeah, I'd like to send a special happy birthday shout out to my godmother. I call her Aunt Valerie. If you black, you call all your elders auntie. So happy birthday to my godmother, Aunt Valerie. I love you. Hope to see you soon. Shoot, I would say another birthday, but that person's name shall not be named. It's tomorrow, and
Wow.
Wait,
at least I
real,
thought.
real
At least I thought about it. But happy birthday to my other friend, Renee Royston. Happy birthday to you. So,
All right, that's what's up.
and honorable for my mom. Shouts out. So yeah, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. So shouts out.
hey, happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday, moms! Happy birthday, man! Like, you know, happy birthday. Sorry, happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
mom's,
Mama Williams.
Mama Williams.
Mama Ad.
Yeah.
Mama Ad.
Mama Ad ill. Whatever. Oh, damn.
Yeah, Mama Adviz. Happy birthday to you.
Word. For real. All right, so guys, once again, you know, we have this PayPal account. You know what I'm saying? Everything is out of pocket. Yo, we anything. If you could give anything, that would be really cool. You know what I'm saying? All proceeds is to help us, you know, continue this, to keep this going. You know what I'm saying? And like Steph eventually put up the PayPal information, you know what I'm saying, during the show and all that, so you guys could, you know, see where you can, you know, contribute, donate, anything, you know, be well appreciated. Thank you very much. And it's time. Y'all know what time it is.
What is it?
It's time to let the fuckery commence. Let's get it.
Woo!
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Jalogic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network. Good day.
Good day.
And we are back. So, yo, yes. As we get into episode 6-12, what is it? What is causing the housing crisis? Yeah, this right here is a serious one, man, because, you know, welcome back, Eric. Welcome back. You know, we missed you for a couple seconds. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh man, and we don't need Steph to step out of this. So you know, we need to step.
You don't need me to step out of anything. I don't know what you're gonna do without me. I'm just saying.
Not scream so much.
not scream so much.
Yeah,
As long as he doesn't scream, I'm.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay with it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm screaming regardless. What are you talking about? Like that's my thing. Anyway, so
And I'm gonna match it.
whatever. What?
Point proven. Point proven. Right there.
What was that James Brown sound? Goodness. Goodness. I feel good. Like, no.
Right.
Well, now you know it's funny that we're talking about this. I want to give a shout out to Josh. I forgot the rest of his name on YouTube, but Josh, he's this cat that he gets money from he gets money from what is it? I think the Kickstarters or GoFundMe or whatever, and he buys food for the homeless where he's at, from certain restaurants. Some of the restaurants will actually foot the bill for him because they know they've seen him on TikTok and YouTube, feeding the homeless. I think Josh mainly they seen his videos in from TikTok, and he always gives food to the homeless. So I wanted to shout out Josh for that. Continue doing your thing, man. You got our full support. Sometimes I can't really watch all his videos because they made me tear up, man, because I knew how it was like to be homeless once upon a time. I mean, not for a long time, but I was very fortunate. But as far as homelessness, yeah, that ain't nothing. It's nothing to play around with. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can't, when it's cold, you gotta, try to find warmth in the shelter, and then you got people that, it's a dog eat dog world, man. You can't trust your shit around people. You know what I'm saying? Even in these shelters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the shelter workers too, if you work in the shelter and all that, man. You know what I mean? As far as the housing crisis is concerned, I can only speak for New York City, where I say, my man, I think it was in Time or Fortune, one of those magazines, where they had the top, from the most expensive to the cheapest borough, and the most expensive borough now, hands down, is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
Number one. Manhattan's number two now. Manhattan was number one for a very long time, but Brooklyn, ever since they started renovating shit, you know what I'm saying, is number one hands down. To the point now where a 3-bedroom apartment is like $12,000 to $15,000 a month. I'll say this again: $12,000 to $15,000 a month. Thousands.
Nah, man. Nah, that can't be the median.
Or apartment? Nah.
I don't. Yeah.
I said a three.
Maybe 12 to 1,500.
The three bedroom. Oh yeah, but no. That's
he might not be
12,
wrong.
No,
he might not be
no,
wrong.
no. I know I'm right. I looked it up. I looked it up at apartments.com.
Where is this though? What fucking neighborhood is this? Brooklyn Heights or some shit like that? Dumbo? Where the fuck are we talking about?
Nah.
No, around right off where you're at, Eric. Around that vicinity. You know what I'm saying? Downtown. I'm talking about downtown Brooklyn, Park Slope. I'm talking about the posh area. What is it? The posh areas they call that shit? Williamsburg,
Bedford Heights, what they call it now, formerly known as Bedford Stuyvesant, Bedford Heights, downtown Brooklyn, Park Slope. I can see that. Prospect Heights.
What do you mean where I'm getting my info from? I'm getting my info from. I just told you I got my info from. I got my info. I be getting it from radio and all type of shit. But I'm saying once again, listen to me very carefully. I said a 3-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, 3-bedroom. At the time when I heard this, it was like $8,000-9,000. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it says right now, average rental for a 4-bedroom is $5,400.
What neighborhood though?
Get the fuck out of here! What neighborhood?
What neighborhood?
Nah,
it depends.
It doesn't say what neighborhood. It's just all of Brooklyn.
But they jerking. They jerking your chain. Fuck out of here, man.
Look, and for a studio, it's $3,560 a month.
Yeah, I know people who own buildings, and that's about what they rent, like $6,000 for a 2 to 3, $5,000 depending on the area. Because they told me, it's not off. to 5,000 to 6,000.
The median is currently $4,000, which is roughly
lot.
Vibranium.
Not in downtown Brooklyn. Downtown Brooklyn. I'm telling you.
This is all of Brooklyn.
Go to luxury
The
apartments.
median
though.
is $4,000, which is
talking about-
roughly $6 per square.
But
Per
we're
square
talking about
feet.
luxury apartments. The downtown
Well, you
Brooklyn
know
has
what?
a lot of luxury
Eric is
apartments.
right. Eric
A lot
is
of
right.
them-
Like that's
they
probably
might be on the
what's
higher
your problem.
Luxury.
But no, but I'm saying like, all right, so stupid. So all right, the apartments that I was looking at, right? Because I was curious. So the apartments that I was looking at that actually were like I said, they were like from 8 to 12 grand a month. They look like they were luxury apartments.
Yeah, it's probably.
But I knew for a fact that they were in downtown Brooklyn.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But still, 4G's a lot for a fucking apartment. 4G's,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
What? Look, when I was living in Brooklyn and Lyrics lived in he came to my spot a lot.
well, you might as well say I
wasn't
lived in that
paying
motherfucker. I was there a lot. Shit.
I was
Like,
You're talking about when were you living in by the park? You were living
when I was by the park.
What neighborhood is that?
That was Flatbush.
Flatbush, yeah. Love the Caribbean food there, man. Jamaican food is fucking awesome. man.
hell yeah,
Oh
boy.
yeah. That's right. I brought you the and you had the Parkside. Rest in peace, Parkside.
Yeah,
I miss
that's,
that piece.
That's considered Flatbush, Parkside.
Yeah.
I thought that was because it's by the other side of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forgot.
It's
I
the
forgot name.
southeastern side of which they finally put grills in, thank goodness. But yeah, it took them long enough. Anyway, but I was in that was in 2012 when I moved over there, and I was paying. I was fortunate. You know, that's the good thing about New York. If you have connections and you know how to get into certain spots, it's very helpful. But I was paying like $1,100. I was paying $1,100 a month for that apartment.
That's not bad, even for back then. It's probably closer to 2 by now.
Yeah,
Similar
it's
to
probably double that now. Yeah, because it was a good area too. Like I was 5 minutes away from the park. The Q line was over there. I had
directly into the city right there. Yeah, that's like a 15-minute train ride to the city. Direct.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you more. Look where I live. I live across the street from the train. 15 minute. If I didn't have my own house, I would be at least paying close to 4G's, 5G's a month for that, without a doubt, for a decent apartment.
That's crazy. Yeah.
No, that's a fact.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry about that, but I'll tell you this, right?
Wrong.
They say Brooklyn is the most expensive. The cheapest is the cheapest is still the cheapest till this day. Right here in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Right here in the Bronx.
Not for long.
Like, no. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
But like in certain areas of the Bronx, especially the nice areas, they're starting to renovate it much more. And now, since we have a brand new Bronx borough well, she's not brand new. She's brand new to me because I just found out about her. But since we have a Bronx borough president that actually gives a fuck, you know what I'm saying? She's a black female Bronx borough president. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? She's making all the African American females look real good right now, man. Paul, no disrespect, but she's making y'all look real great right now because she's actually not only saying shit, but she's backing it up. You know what I'm saying? All these fucking 1970s burning buildings and shit that was still out here for dumb long in the Bronx. She's starting to recreate.
Red flag.
She's starting to knock them down and recreate that shit, man. Word to mother.
See, you saying that it makes you more sexist than you like.
I was trying not to. I was trying not to be sexist.
That's him trying to be an outright dude, man. That's him. That's the Lyrics trying to be that way.
No, but there are plenty of women.
I know. No. You're right. You're 100% right. There are plenty of there are plenty of black women. But the only reason why I say this in particular is because it's the Bronx, and in Bronx, you don't feel offended, but y'all know what y'all be getting down with in the Bronx. All right. So I ain't.
What's up, B
Smiles? Peace. And y'all know there's a lot of positive. There's a lot of positive women in the Bronx of all colors that doing great things in the Bronx for the Bronx. But what I'm saying is the Bronx borough president, who happens to be African American female. You know what I'm saying? She's really. She's backing her words up. She's not like the other guy. She's not like the guy that we had that was talking a whole bunch of shit, pocketing money, and then the buildings still look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really the Bronx is really starting to become like livable. You know what I'm saying? The South Bronx is starting to look beautiful. You know, it's starting to look beautiful. It's starting to look livable. It's starting to look like something. You feel me?
Yeah, I love the Bronx, man.
Word up.
Shout out to my old stomping grounds. Like I said, the Point.
Shout out to Peter Guns.
No.
Lord Tariq, Peter Guns.
No.
Well, you're talking about new Peter Guns, which is different from old Peter Guns.
It's run down, baby. Stop it.
Shout out to old Peter Guns. Yeah.
Oh my God, man. They try to get everyone with lower incomes to move to the Bronx. Meanwhile, others they moving them to Brooklyn in droves. You know what, B? You know what? I agree, and then I disagree. I'm 50-50 about it because the Bronx always had lower rent. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bronx always, it was never that borough that, you know what I'm saying? The Bronx been the cheapest borough for years.
It's social Siberia.
In 2011, I knew a dude who went to move to the Bronx. He had 8-foot ceilings, 2-bedroom, 3 bedrooms.
Yep.
Like we're talking about huge old school kind of building, $800.
Yep.
It's always been the cheapest. The problem is that people are gonna, when the secret's out, it's not gonna be cheap anymore, and that's what happened to Brooklyn.
There was someone I used to date that actually.
That's a fact. Tell us the Steph stories for the Steph Files. Tell stories for the Steph.
The first girlfriend thing is a lot, but anyway, I met her mom. And her mom lived in a 4-bedroom apartment in the Bronx off the 6th
My
Street.
favorite lover.
And 4-bedroom apartment, $1,200. And she had rent. What was it? Rent
Stabilization.
It was rent stabilized.
Rent control.
It was rent controlled. Yeah, it was
stabilization. Rent control. Yeah.
Actually, it's slightly different. Rent control.
Wait. Is it stabilization or is it the other one?
No, it was rent control.
You know what I'm talking about? Like when Section 8, do you have Section 8, which is even cheaper?
Okay. No. I think her mom had the apartment.
Or was it grandfather to her?
It was grandfather to her.
Okay.
So
I know
her grandmother had the apartment, and then after, in New York, after 30 years, the rent stays the same. So it was rent control.
Or it grows exponentially slowly. It's like the increase is so small that it's not noticeable.
Right.
I think depending on who the person is. But I mean
$1,200.
$1,200 for it. And she was renting out one of those rooms, wasn't she?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. And that place was spacious. Wow. And I don't know. I had never to this day, this was probably one of the most spacious apartments I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know who has
it was like living in a house.
You know who has dope house? Your boy the one you stayed at before you left New York stuff. That house is nice.
Oh, Crystal House?
Yeah, it's a big house.
Right there. Renters Union. Sorry, guys. Sorry to interrupt. I want to read this here. The Renters Union, he hit it right on the nail. NYC is a great place to visit, tough place to live and thrive.
Very true.
Let me tell y'all something. Mm-hmm. All y'all that live out of New York, that was sold this bullshit fucking dream about it's the city that we are the city that never sleeps. But if they tell you New York is a great place to live, I got news for your asses. New York is a great place to live if you got money.
Sure.
If you got money, if you come from money, or you getting money, or you hit the lottery in whatever state, and you got money,
you'll have way more fun. Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah, you go. Let me tell you something, boy. If you a
gigolo, you're good
with lots of dough.
Or you a single fat motherfucker with a lot of money. Like, oh man, boy, you gonna be swimming in some cooch. You hear me?
Lose it. Well, let me tell you something.
That's it.
Nah, I brought this up before, but
I said it.
If you bought a brownstone in New York back in the 80s,
it was 89, 1989, 1990.
No, I'm talking about early 80s. Because my cousin who passed away, I mentioned him before.
Was it Harlem?
No, this was in Brooklyn. This was in Bed-Stuy. He bought 2 brownstones in 1982, the year I was born. I'm showing my age, but he bought 2 brownstones for $5,000 each on a $5,000. He bought on a loan. You know how much those brownstones are worth? And he
A
sold
million
one.
a piece, probably like 2 to 3 million a piece.
3 million.
2 to 3 million, I said.
Yeah.
2 to 3 million
His
a
daughter.
piece, yeah.
His daughter.
It might be
has
worth
now-
more now, actually. It might be like
Yeah.
at least worth a million and 1.5 million more than it
Yeah.
was at that point. Yeah, and
The shop-
especially since the neighborhood is Bed-Stuy. He was in Bed-Stuy. Where was he
Yep.
at? Yeah,
Yep,
Bed-Stuy. I have a friend. His mother is a nurse. She bought a brownstone in the 1970s, 1977, I want to say. That is the most ridiculous spacious building I ever seen. It's 4 floors.
Oh,
You can
wow.
make 2 apartments out of it, each floor, and you still have ridiculous amount of space.
Mm.
And it's like a railroad kind of situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a whole other space alongside it that they use as a garden. So it's double the amount of land.
Nice.
And that's I
right.
forgot the Green Avenue, I think it was called.
Well, I mean, I remember 1980. It was either 1989, 1990 in Harlem. I remember they were literally selling brownstones for $1.
I wish I
For a
was alive
fucking
then.
dollar.
But
For a dollar. And I remember, and no, and this is not hearsay. This is not me making up no shit.
No.
They were said they
Did you
were
have to
they were
pay
literally
taxes,
selling
though?
it.
No,
They
but
had to
here's
pay taxes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pay taxes, and you had to have
And
money
then you
for
had to
renovation.
maintain
That's how
money
that
for
shit
minimum.
worked.
And
I remember,
Exactly.
I was like 10 years old and I'm listening to this shit on the radio about it. And I was like, yo, mom, like, yo, and my mother, she was on 119th Street in Lenox. You know what I'm saying? God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? And we always used to be in Harlem. Like, we lived in the Bronx, but she always used to drive around Harlem or whatever. Like, she owned it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we stayed in Harlem. My family bought a house in 2014 for $420,000, now valued in Brooklyn for $1 million.
That's a big growth.
That's
in
what's
10
up.
years? In 10
That's
years?
yeah.
That's a big growth.
Word the mother.
So
That's a-
we
But
talking,
what I'm saying is, like, the spots in Harlem that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, yo, mom, you should get at least this, that for the dollar. She was like, yo, I don't got money to maintain that. Whoop. But then years later, come to find out, those houses, those same fucking houses, they were saying that was for $1. Do you know how much those shits value now?
3 million?
Mhm.
4.3
Just about like between 3 and 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what part of Harlem and all that other shit.
Brownstones themselves are extravagant building because they're sought after, especially because they're only specific, especially in Brooklyn. Like any brownstone, especially the neighborhood. You know, I want to let Lyric finish talking, but we do want. I want to.
No, do you think?
I want to also get into like Avis and his, where he was brought up and how the situation. Like, definitely, I want to know about the LA.
Yeah, word. Yeah, I was just about to ask.
We're gonna leave this housing out too.
Maryland,
we'll get to Maryland.
County.
I'm just saying.
No. Which
PG
actually
County
leads
in the house.
What actually leads to was a roundtable question I had. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna have ad started. You know what I'm saying? I might as well bring it up now because we
He looks like a brownstone.
So Advis. So let me just bring the roundtable question here and start it with you. Like in your area, how is the housing situation between the time you were a kid and now? Like how's the structure set up?
Oh, it's extremely a lot more expensive. I don't know how many times I go outside and get some interviews on Skid Row. I don't even have to go to Skid Row. That's how bad it is. I don't even have to go to Skid Row. I don't have to go to Skid Row.
Jesus, man.
It's been as bad since Little Shop of Horrors came out.
Bruh,
damn.
My mom speaks about it all the time about how the housing, at least crisis and situation, is so much more terrible than it was when she, again, was in the running for getting a house. So for like right now, for like where we're at right now, my mom, for what she pays for mortgage, she pays so much more less than anybody else who's paying for just a 1-bedroom, whatever apartment. And this is for what? This is a 2-bedroom, living room, kitchen, and like ample space in the backyard, a home for, I'm not going to say particularly what price, but just know that other places are more expensive than my mom's mortgage. So
what's the neighborhood you live in?
I live in the areas between Inglewood, Hawthorne, and Gardena.
Okay.
Oh, you by Inglewood and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard them niggas get it popping out there. Like, I don't think Inglewood.
Oh my goodness.
What?
No. I'm not saying that you're wrong about. I'm just saying I don't be in those areas, so that's why I stay away from what be popping over there.
Don't get Ad in trouble.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Because LA has a water crisis too. So
I went. He said I went to visit my boy in downtown LA once. R.I.P. my guy. Why when we pulled up, a nigga was washing his ass on his lawn with the water hose.
Yeah.
Was it his house? That's the question.
Hey, he saw your episode. We saw our episode. So that's what you're trying to do. Go get the water hose from the fire hydrant.
Your time traveler.
Hey, get it how you get it, man.
Hey, at least he was washing his ass. Fuck it. I mean, like, yo.
It's called a street bidet.
We had to let that slide.
Eric, a street bidet. Oh my god.
Street bidet.
Oh shit. Yep. He said I could have bought a place in Dumbo, but it was Dumbo for like $2 million. Oh man. See what I'm saying? Like Brooklyn Brooklyn be having
like the Jay-Z line.
Yo, Benny, if you can, I'm asking Benny for a favor real quick, one time, before we get back to the question. Benny, if you can, please send us the article that you read stating that Manhattan is the most expensive borough or whatever that you just said, because I can't believe it. The way how Brooklyn is just ridiculously raising their prices on some shit. I can't believe it.
I don't think they're far off. I think they're getting pretty close. Yeah. Manhattan's always been high.
The problem with Manhattan's always been a financial center, right? So now you have people who want to. This is the thing I never understood. People want to live in Manhattan, right? And they're young people who don't have much money, so they want to live in Manhattan. But that shit costs so much money when they could live 10 minutes out of the city, pay cheaper, and then be like 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the need to live like directly in the center? I never got that. But I lived in New York my whole life, so I never really liked Manhattan like that.
Right now, the average.
And Benny would know because Benny works a job where she has to look at stuff like that. She has to look at.
No, but I want to see the article real quick. Well, go ahead. It's my fault.
No, but she works a job where she has to do that kind of research.
No, so I understand that. And shout out to her job. I just want to see the article real quick. That's it. Like I can't see the article.
Yeah.
So so right now I'm on Zillow, even though I can go to like apartments.com, but I'm on Zillow and I'm seeing
Tribeca. Oh man.
On average, I'm seeing right now like 1,500 and up for like 1 bedroom, 350 square foot apartment.
That's crazy.
In California?
Well, I'm saying specifically, at least in Hawthorne and in the Inglewood, Gardena area, like roughly
my question to you
is that's old NYC numbers.
My question to add is this, because I'm not familiar with LA like that. I'm nowhere, but not like everything is centered around what you call it, LA, right? So the center is LA. So how is the distance between where you're at versus LA and where other people are at, and the cost of the living? You know what I mean?
Perfect. Okay, so basically all of these, there's at least 88 or between 81 to 88, because I got to remember 88 cities that are under Los Angeles County. So I'm part of the county. So where I am in relative to Los Angeles, we're talking about downtown on a good day, not when it's traffic.
Of course.
But on a good day, I'm at least maybe 25 or so minutes away from downtown LA.
That's not terrible then. That's that's a reasonable travel distance on a
No, but let's remember on a good day.
On a good day. But that's driving though. That's driving. Yeah. Imagine
that's
driving takes long. Driving is faster usually, depending on where you go.
Yes, driving is faster than taking a bus.
So the bus,
our train system or our metro system is what? What is it?
We've had this conversation before.
You got what? How many train systems? I didn't take when I went there. I didn't take public transportation because I was being lazy.
It does not make much. It doesn't make much of a difference. But
there's like a number there. Off the top of my head, I could probably say there's about like 5 or 6 different lines. It's like only like 2 or 3 lines that run all the way up to downtown. But I'm just letting you know now, like. Yeah, it's not the quickest, but I mean, that's what they're trying to improve.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
to your point, Eric, depending on the area, especially not only if it's overpopulated, but also if there is a lot of activity. So yeah, especially downtown LA, because there's LA Live, which has all these other different venues, being the Novos,
Oh, Craig
where
Smith.
you go and see stuff. You have all the other food and like the very active in part areas, and also I'm gonna put Hollywood in there too. And then you started getting into all those nicer areas. Oh, it's a lot more expensive. Like I definitely, if I'm low on gas, I make sure I gas up before I go over there, because I'm already planning on probably paying about like $1, almost $2 more in gas for just 80, like 87, 89, whatever you want to say. But over there, you like pushing like 1,800 for at least a one square, like one bathroom. And
we're talking about studio. We're talking about studio situation.
Studio.
So it's not far off.
No, 1 bedroom apartment. Yeah. 1 bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about a 1 bedroom, right?
I mean, I see. Well, you know what? I will just go ahead and get the straight numbers for y'all. My goodness, this is terrible. I'm just looking at the numbers.
Dude, you missed the analyst, man. Like, yo, that's what you do, man. You get the numbers, baby.
Hilarious. So I see one spot over here. I'm in Hollywood. Like if you want to be prime spot, like on Hollywood Boulevard, I see one that says studio 1 bath, 361 square feet, 2,350.
Damn.
I see one that says just a studio, but it has a 1,375 plus. I don't know what the plus is. Probably all the amenities. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm seeing is like roughly around 2,400, 2,300, 2,000. There's one that's 2 bedrooms, which is 5,500. Like, yeah. There's nothing below that first one I saw, mostly around the 2,000 mark for, either 1 bedroom, 1 bath, or a studio.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nasty work right there. I nah. That no. Shit. I mean, oh man, yo. Well, you know what? Oh man, yo, Steph. I'll ask you the same question, man. In PG County, right? And I'm talking about for the whole PG County, for what you know, from what you know. I'll ask you the same question, roundtable question. How does it differ from the times when you grew up to now? As far as housing was concerned.
Before, like growing up, like an apartment around here was actually pretty affordable. Like you could get like a 3, like at least a 3 bedroom for like under 1,000, easily. That's how it used to be, like in this neighborhood over here. And even in DC had fairly affordable housing or apartments as well. And I mean, as far as housing goes, like I mean, we've been in this house since what? This year will make 40 years. We've been in this house.
Oh wow.
In September it will be 40 years. We should celebrate. So this was one
good times. Come on.
Right. This was one of my childhood bedrooms. Actually, the bedroom on this side was actually my first bedroom, it's slightly bigger. That's my mom's. That was the master bedroom.
Wow.
You had the master bedroom in your childhood? You had the master?
Well, my mom had, kind of like back issues, so she used to sleep in the basement because it was more comfortable for her. So and I was in there with my sister to start off.
Once mom back got better, she was like, Steph, about that, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all want my room back.
Yeah, she was like,
y'all gotta bounce, man. I want my room back, man.
Yeah, she was like, Steph, go in this room. I'm like, really? Like I was comfortable in this room. What are you talking about?
Like, yo, you know what? I hope you pack. You gotta get out today. Like, let's do it. Like,
so, but at least I had my own room, so I was, I can't be mad at that. Like I grew up decently. So, but
that's what's up.
I say all that to say, I think this house in 1984. I think it was worth. I think it was $75,000. Yeah, we ended up getting this house for $75,000. But now in this neighborhood, like the houses now, all of them are at least worth like at minimum like $500,000. And that was 40 years. You know, I'm talking about 40 years ago. So, it's changed a lot. And I was just looking up the numbers for apartments around here, and I mean I know a little bit anyway because my nieces were looking for places to live as well, and my niece was looking at like a 2-bedroom apartment around here, like $3,000 easy.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but I mean it was also like in New Carrollton, New Carrollton is like right up the block from me, and if you're especially if you're by the train station, you're going to pay a lot because the IRS building is over there, and they want all their employees to, be close. And they're building it up right now. There are a lot of buildings and a lot of luxury apartments being built over there as well. So 3,000 easy for a spot. But it's saying here rental average for a studio is about 1,700 over here, and for a 4-bedroom it's 3,400. But the average, the median price is 2,300. What were you saying?
Damn.
What's the minimum wage?
Minimum wage here. Let me look that up. I think it's
it should be 15.
It's like $15.
LA is 20,
it should
20
be
now,
15.
right? LA is 20 now.
I think they just moved it to being 20. Yes.
Yeah. They just because
New York is what?
Governor Gavin
15?
Newsom.
New York is 17, 15, I think.
Yeah, Governor Gavin Newsom just signed that in, so he was requiring $20 for minimum wage.
So
what, Maryland?
No, in California.
In California, LA, at least the LA area. I'm not sure of the whole state, but
yeah, I'm double checking.
Benny just sent me some stuff. I'm gonna read it in a minute. Was the minimum wage minimum wage in Maryland? Yeah, it's $15 an hour. Was from $13.25 to $15 an hour.
How could it be? So what I mean, like as a range? I thought there was a number.
That's what it says. It says
Yo, Eric.
Maybe $13 will pay you, but $15 if you're good. You have to work for it.
I like Eric was like, wait, hold on. That's a raise? I'm sorry. It was the way you came off on it. It was just like, oh damn.
It was the increase. So 2023 it was $13.25.
Okay.
Now it's 15. It's 15 an hour.
So 16 is New York. I thought it was 17, but it's 16.
Wait, it's 16 here now?
Yeah, that's what I just read right now.
So they knocking us up $1. Like, see, this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. But I'm gonna calm down my rant.
But the rest of the state, but New York State is 15 now. They just raised New York State to 15, but New York City is 16.
Nah, but there's some bullshit. Like, listen, y'all know y'all be raising the fucking prices of these houses and shit and these apartments, but y'all wanna raise us up by $1. Really? Stop playing with us. Y'all be bullshitting, man. Let's stop fucking exactly what Steph did. She did the Incredible Hulk, yo. That's my hype woman right there. That's my hype woman right there.
That was Dragon Ball Z.
Fuck it, whatever. I don't care. Dragon Ball Z, the Incredible Hulk, fuck it, the Avengers Unlimited. I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, let me tell y'all something, man. How the fuck you gonna sit there and expect for us to sit there and help with the housing crisis, where y'all can't help? Where we got a motherfucking what is it? A pay crisis.
That's the
big
problem. It is a big problem.
So
and because they don't care. They don't care. That's the point.
I would say that I will say this. I will say that wages have gone up. They just haven't gone up enough. And that's the issue. It's not enough to.
It's not equivalent to the amount that we're spending and the housing situation, the food, and other necessities. That's the problem.
because they were talking about
You guys, real quick. I'm sorry. So it's only for fast food. It's supposed to be the $20. The overall is 17. 17 said 28. Let me make sure one more time. 17.27 is on tomorrow. It goes into effect supposedly tomorrow. That just per hour, the normal minimum wage is 17.27.
So those are for the people that make that get tip wages. So that also get tips, I should say.
So
that's
what food service, food service people.
But wait, I got a question. In California, do they also tax the tips as well?
I think it's
I would guess so. Yeah.
I think it's
everywhere. The topic is what's causing the housing crisis. So we're looking at everything.
Greed. I mean, no, but that's a part of it. That's a part of it because if they tax some tips.
Well, the other issue,
not the table. Like if somebody.
No, I'm talking about credit card tips, credit and debit card tips.
Sure. You have to claim.
Well, no,
if you have money tips, you have to claim it. So you can claim less than you're actually getting. So in a way, it's not a bad system. The problem is that we are supplementing as a consumer their paycheck because their employer doesn't want to pay them what they deserve because then they would have to hire the amount of food and they would lose business. That's what they say.
But here's the other issue with cash. Okay. You have to share it with the other service.
I worked in food service as well. I am very aware that you have to pay. I was working as a busser when I was 18, 19 years old. I would get a share of what the waiter would get, but it was still good money, man. And I did not pay taxes. Uncle Sam, you're not getting the money. So you can wait.
And we can also Keenan was talking about
I did not pay taxes on my tip. I pay taxes on my regular money.
But now
tipping actually is born out of racism, but it started with black people.
Oh yeah.
We can go into that whole history, but it started with black people.
Well, no, what I'm saying is as of May 2017,
white or black
I don't know about
us getting tipped it was white people tipping us and gauging our service, our how good our service was, basically.
Okay.
Because they wanted to be, miserly. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's cool. As of May 2017, they started taxing, tips or whatever. As far as tips like credit and debit card tips, you know what I'm saying, and automatically, you know what I'm saying, and that's supposed to be on your check and shown as a individual tax because they give you a it's supposed to show up on your W-2 form. You're supposed to actually claim taxes on that. You know what I'm saying? Capitalism, greed.
Like I said, Benny, you said I think tipping culture is crazy. Why should I tip someone for doing their job? Like I said, it's born out of racism.
It's because the employers and people who make money, restaurateurs, whatever, don't want to pay people a living wage, right? Because they get less money, and then it's what it is. It's like the wage you're not going to change it.
And that's the other thing.
So wait, hold up, Benny, you don't tip?
I don't tip depending where I am. I don't pay for my tip Uber drivers. I'm sorry. If I'm paying you $30 to go 10 blocks, then why am I tipping you? That's my opinion.
Tip me for doing my motherfucking job too.
Gave you the.
Hey yo, Benny, I love that shit. I love that shit. Tip me for doing my motherfucking job. I love that shit.
Benny, here's the thing: you need to take issue with the restaurants and the companies that do this because they were paying these servers and these these bartenders and all like as low as $2 an hour.
They still are.
They're still doing it.
But the thing is, like,
so these people live off of their tips.
It works when they are getting paid well. Like they're getting a lot of money in tips, and a lot of people are going to these places. But what happens, for example, when COVID hit? They had to, you know what I mean? People weren't going to restaurants. They were ordering out, right? Yeah. Right. But they would have the only people who were making out like bands were the people who were delivering the food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Uber Eats or DoorDash, implemented a minimum wage for their employees. I think they get $21.
Yep.
Per hour.
And they had the soup for that.
Exactly. Because I was doing DoorDash during well, actually up before that time happened. And what was going on was the folks who were on there who were priority, they would get better at least shifts to be able to be like, I can go in at this time to this time, and you had to end up trying to pick up whatever was left. And at that time, because it was still new, there was only certain areas that people were getting food from. They didn't start sectioning off and like understanding the mile radius and all of that. So some people like myself will be driving from like here to like Hollywood or some other spot, and it's like literally the delivery is like $5 or $6, but it didn't equate to gas. So yeah, I was on that class issue lawsuit, but I only got like, got like $70, but
That's
yeah.
not bad. That's not
Hey,
bad.
yeah, it ain't bad.
Well, class action lawsuit,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
You know how much I got for AT&T class action lawsuit? $20.
You know what
and they were taking my money for years.
and you know
We're
what I
talking about
got
like 10 years.
Look, and you know what I got for the Ticketmaster situation? That
What?
class action, $9. $9.
And
Yeah, Addie's
guess
doing way
what?
better than all of us right here.
hold on, and guess what? That DoorDash class action lawsuit shit. Yeah, I was a part of that. Guess how much I got?
What?
Not a fucking dime.
Because you didn't cash in on it.
Did you?
That's your
Yeah, I
fault.
did. I did, but I still ain't get shit. If I did, they sent it to a wrong address.
It's probably what
I
it
ain't
was.
get-
Just like
I ain't get
that, just like that missing, external hard drive.
I knew he's gonna bring it up.
Yes, and you ain't never got it since 2021.
Man,
At
somebody
this
then
point.
joined that hard drive. Very
I
much
told
right
you
now.
what happened with that shit. You sent me the wrong motherfucking. You told me who was it?
Next-
Not
next-
FedEx. Yeah, you told me
the
FedEx,
picture.
and
Nah,
then you it was like the
nah.
USPS or some shit.
Nah,
I
send it to
took
a FedEx or UPS spot from now on. Don't send it to
Yeah.
his address.
Yeah.
They sent it to my man's husband.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Well, I wanted to get into the crux of this current situation with housing though, because we haven't really
Okay.
touched on that. So from what I've read, what I've been reading, basically the issue with the housing situation right now is that they don't have enough on the market to sell, and that's what's causing the crisis.
Part of
That
that,
more
Okay.
people
that's
want.
part of it. That's part of
Yeah.
it, stuff. Of what I'm understanding is part of it also is there's not enough construction to create more place. Also,
Right.
people like hedge fund and Wall Street people are buying them up in droves in order to use them as rentals
Yes.
and as corporation rentals. So
Yep.
they buy. It's kind of like where you would live where you lived over here in Bushwick, right? These
Mhm.
companies buy a bunch of rental buildings up and they
Yep.
rent them out under a corporation.
Yep.
That's what they've been doing. So they've been driving up the prices. You know what I mean? And that's the big problem.
And this is
glad
another
you brought
thing.
that
This
up,
is
Jared.
what Jared Kushner was doing. You know that
The
orange
AIDS
Oompa
medication
Loompas-
dude, yeah.
Yeah, that orange Oompa Loompas son-in-law. He was doing that here, particularly in our in Baltimore. He was buying up a bunch. His company was buying up a bunch of properties, and they actually have an episode on Netflix. What was the one about money and greed? I think it's called Greed. But they had an episode about that, about how corporations buy up all these houses, and then they charge you a certain amount of rent, only to find out that they're charging you extra on the back end, and then they end up kicking you out and suing you for the money, for the amount that you never saw in like fine print. Like they put it in fine print so you don't see it. They do it's a big okey doke situation, but a lot of people have sued as a result of that. But
Yeah,
like you said, it's a lot of corporations buying up this property. But they've been doing that for a while too. I mean,
but they're going heavy on it lately as of late, and it's causing problems.
well, and then the other thing
Right.
is they do that in these poor neighborhoods as well. They buy up all the houses, like all the dilapidated houses and whatnot. They don't do anything to build them up. They just leave them dilapidated because they want the value of the property to go down.
That's
So
what's
when
been
they
happening.
do finally build them up, then they make the most amount of profit.
You know,
And I think that's what was happening in the Bronx. Like I said, they have a lot of burning buildings
they earn
that
more
were just
money
there
that way.
for years.
They make more
For
money off it.
years,
What they
bro.
want to do is they want to drive up the cost. So when they're ready to like revitalize things, they can sell it higher. For example, I know I had wanted to say something, but for example, what's happening in Puerto Rico right now, right? The hedge fund's been buying it up. They've been closing down schools, rising the price, building on beaches, which are public spaces, illegally. They're doing all this crazy shit, causing issues with the housing, and where the people there are the mass migration to the states now. But that has to do with a lot of different things. It has to do also as well with the issues that Puerto Rico has had in terms of the hurricanes and the different things that have happened. I know Ed wanted to speak on some, so I want to let him do that.
Yeah. Well, what you were saying with the corporation stuff, especially right over here, which it's always weird. They have the different names in between, but it's still technically Hawthorne. But SpaceX is right here in Hawthorne with their big old rocket, and all of that stuff is here. And they literally built, and I think even right now what's going on is they're building more apartments across the way down, just for those folks who are coming out to come and also inhabit and have those as they work there. But because they bought up all that spot in that placing for stuff, the cost, the living, especially even around in the area, has gone up because of all of that development, which also leads to because of the neighboring neighborhood city, which is Inglewood, and we've already had the Kia Forum. They literally have had people off of the taking off rent control and kicking people out of their houses because they've been doing so much development down there, trying to almost make it like a downtown LA type thing, but in Inglewood. So many things are developing around. So then that's why a lot of the prices are hiking up. And when you guys are talking about, I can go down to Skid Row and get interviews, like literally I can go down the block. And there's literally like at least 3 or 4 other folks that I know that's homeless. It's just chilling there and they're just wandering. It's just around in the area. But yeah, they're taking a lot of these spaces, buying them up, and then building them up.
Wow, that's crazy.
Or Benny, she has a comment here. She says, you can pay other people's state taxes if they haven't paid. Then when the house goes into foreclosure, you get a chance to buy the house. Oh, wow.
But it's still a situation with the dollars thing, because it depends on how much money the state they owe in taxes, then how much maintenance, and then the property taxes. If you are a corporation, you can afford that shit. As an individual, it's harder, especially if you want to get like a loan or a mortgage. And these wages are not doing it. We know it.
No.
Yeah.
No, like basically with these wages, you're playing catch up. And it's like you need, like in New York, like I'm telling y'all, for those who are outside New York City talking about how you want to move to New York City and all that, the real side of it is for those who don't have connections here, who are unlucky. I mean, you can make connections. It's going to take time. You can make connections, but for the most part, if you're just coming in and not knowing anybody and hoping that you're going to just make it out the blue, trust me, you're going to jump through some hurdles. Like you gonna have to get like maybe 2, maybe even 3 jobs just to keep your head above water.
Yeah.
Meaning that you need money for the rent, you need money for for bills, for amenities, for eating, for whatever. You're gonna need either a roommate or you're gonna need 2-3 jobs. If you're the type of person that can't deal with a roommate.
Yeah. Look, my nephew right now, my second youngest nephew, Isaiah. He's living in New York now. He decided to stay after he graduated.
Shout out to Isaiah.
Yeah. He's living with like 3 or 4 other people right now. So
what's the range he's paying?
I don't know. I haven't asked him about, but he's working in Manhattan, and I think he's living in Harlem right now. And he lives with like 3 or 4 other guys. There are people that he went to school with. So that's the situation.
That's a good incubator in terms of talent, but it'd probably be problematic living with so many people, man, in a small apartment.
Hey, when I lived in Crystal House, shout out to Crystal House, by the way.
Yeah, but you had your space in Crystal House. This spacious
to a degree. I did. But I live with 6 other people too. So it was, I had my own space because I was paying the most out of everyone that lived in that house. So
makes sense.
And so it was convenient for me.
Shout out to everybody Crystal House. Like,
but and then here's the other thing about Crystal House. I wanted to bring this up too, because I do need to get in touch with Asete. Shout out to him. But yeah, like the neighborhood that they live in, which is East New York. And if you know about East New York, East New York's a little sketchy. in
It's
certain
getting
areas.
better. It's getting better. But yeah,
It's getting a bit better. It's getting
What-
better.
Like I said, there are parts that are
There's
still
pockets.
pretty.
There's pockets,
there are
yeah.
pockets that are still sketchy. But the neighborhood that we lived in, it was fairly quiet, but it was a lot of dilapidated, abandoned houses. They're trying to sound like even dilapidated now. Like they're attempting to, they're like offering to sell those houses for like $750,000.
Everything's about. I swear, everything is about you know what? This promo for this particular episode, it explains it all. It's a big fucking Monopoly game. Let's just
Really?
call a spade a spade. It's a big fucking Monopoly game where, like, the most safest, comfortable place in the world, like the most free, safest, comfortable place, not even safe, the most free, semi-comfortable place in the world is jail. Because they got jail in they got jail in the Monopoly shit. Like I mean, don't get me. I mean, yeah, we gotta pay taxes to take care of the cats in jail, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, well, I mean, part of our taxes,
You gotta eat.
part of our taxes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not saying. I'm not trying to say anything negative. I'm just saying that realistically speaking, like on the Monopoly board, like the most like comfortable place that you could be with is there, like, because it's like you paying an arm and leg, half an ass cheek. You know what I'm saying for a fucking
Did you
for a
just say
studio
half
apartment.
a what?
I say it again: an arm, a leg, and half an ass cheek for some of these fucking apartments. And even a room. All right, let's go to the Bronx here for a second, shall we? Cool. So I'm not even gonna touch on studio apartments yet. I'm gonna touch on real quickly the fucking rooms. Okay? If you go to some of these online spots, online apps, the rooms, ROOMS, rooms. Okay? The cheapest room that your ass may find is $200 a week for a furnished room. Maybe, if you're lucky, maybe $175 a week for an unfurnished room. Okay, unfurnished room.
That's not bad.
Maybe.
That's not bad, actually.
No. I said maybe.
How big is the room?
If
How
you're
big is the
lucky.
room? How big is the room, though?
And these be like small fucking cubbyhole rooms and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bad.
So like small bathrooms.
Like a walk-in closet. Like a walk-in closet.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so boom. There was this one room that I happened to see on I forgot what website. Oh yeah, Spare Room US. Shout out to Spare Room US. It was a nice, big, beautiful room. It was in a loft here in around the Wakefield area in a loft. Do you know how much it costs a week? It was like $475 a week, which is equal to, if you do the math, it's like 4 payments for the month.
It's almost $2,000 basically
For a fucking room.
1900
For a room. This is not the good thing about this room was it had its own bathroom.
That's
and you know
good.
what I'm saying? The thing is it had a living room with a pool area. It had like the
Amenities,
the guy had a video game arcade thing there. It was like a real slick bachelor pad type shit. I like real high-end bachelor pad type shit. He had the 60-inch screen television in the living room that was hung up, all type of wild shit, like crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like a fucking bachelor pad. That was the ultimate bachelor pad. But what I'm saying is, just for a fucking, the room was a regular size. It was fairly large. It had a king size bed in there, but it was fairly large.
You got a pool table.
What?
You got your own bathroom. You got a fucking king size bed. Yo, you should have jumped on that.
And the arcade, and they had the arcade shit. And they had the arcade shit, man. And
he probably was mad chill. He probably had a bar in there. He would let you use sometimes.
Yeah, he actually did. He had the bar set up. Why didn't you grab it then?
You were bugging.
Why didn't you grab it? You had it was too loud.
No, because at the time, this was a while back. At the time, I didn't really have a job like that. I was in a low point. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was about to get a job, but I didn't have a job that could sustain that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
Which,
All you had to do was
it
work
was-
on that.
Which
All you
we
had to
gotta
do was
also
work
talk
on that.
about some of these places.
no,
some
I'm
of these
saying I
places-
could have worked on it, but I'm just saying this as an example for what we're talking about. You feel me? So like I said, there was some places that I could have lucked out in what is it, in Pelham Parkway, or in what is it, on the one line past the one line on 242nd and Van Cortlandt. Like there was
Oh,
a
right
couple
by
of
the park.
houses that had, yeah, right where the horses and shit be running over there by the park. Or whatever. Yeah, the Bronx has horses, which is
Yes, they
crazy.
do. Nah,
We
Van
got
Cortlandt,
horses.
you know, Van Cortland's like I think it's the third largest park in New York.
In the world. Well, not the world. Fuck, I'm talking about. Yeah, in New York. Yeah.
In New York City, yeah.
But
yeah, New York
then
City.
are we
You're
not gonna talk about the requirements it takes for us to even get into the apartment or the place?
Oh,
And
yes.
some-
Let's
and
talk
in some of
about
these
the
places-
requirements.
And in some of these places, talking about you need to have 3 times the rent to be able to even put it down to get in.
No.
Or you have to have a guarantor to get in. Like, yeah.
No. Let's talk about the shit that fucks up most Americans now. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about credit, the credit checks. Let's talk about credit scores. Okay? You got to have over like maybe 600 or 650 just to be considered. To be considered for a small fucking room. Are you serious? Are you kidding? You're kidding me now. I got a 650. Like six nigga. 650?
Right.
Credit check? Credit score?
Yeah.
Like, come on, B. Like, before you even take your money out, they run the background check, your credit score, and all that. At first, I didn't think. Don't get me started with the credit score shit. Like, y'all go ahead, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, well, but it's always been like that. Like, I mean, you know, shouts to my mom. She always told me, like, if you're gonna pay any bills, like if you're in a place where financially you're struggling, the 2 bills you should always pay are your mortgage or your rent and your credit.
Yeah.
If you have a credit
cards.
card.
Because everything else is not gonna fuck up your credit. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if you don't have money, I'm telling you, credit can get you out of a lot of jams. I tell you that, like, from personal experience. Like, always keep your credit score in a great place. And that and a lot of people don't learn that. Like, there are a lot of people that come from situations where, you know, their parents didn't have good credit.
Yeah.
Or they didn't know how to maintain, you know, a good credit score.
Yep.
And that just comes with learning and experience. And 650 it's like fair.
It's like on the cusp. It's on the edge of being like going back down or being good.
It's a decent score. Let's say it's a decent score. It's enough to get it to skate by. But you want to have at least like a really good score. Like in order to have an excellent score, you have to have at least 750 as your credit score.
Yeah.
Benny said 650 is not a good credit score. She said, you know, that just determines if you are reliable enough to pay your rent. Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, but it look, even with like a 630 credit score, like, shoot, look, when I was getting like a new phone line with Sprint, like they look at your credit score, and if it's like, oh, you have to have at least 630. Oh, that looks good. We can give you this credit line. You know, that will get you something.
My question is though, but having a phone line doesn't help your credit score.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
no, I'm not.
Well, if you're this is how I look at a lot of stuff, and I could be wrong about it.
Mm-hmm.
How I've built my credit is I've been using my credit card to pay for things of that sort. So then having a phone, I use the credit card to pay off the phone.
That's
bill,
different. I'm talking about specifically like the phone line doesn't help you pay. Like if you're late on that, I don't know if it affects your credit. You get what I'm saying? Or if you pay, if you're on top of it, it helps your credit. I don't think it does. I would have to be.
You mean if you're on top of paying your phone bill with your credit card or something?
Because the thing is, the phone bill is a monthly thing. It's not like a credit card where you have to use it, and depending if you pay the shit early or if you're making.
No,
paying
but
Well,
it kind of
affect your
does
credit.
help.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because people
It
think
kind of
that
helps though. It helps
Does it?
but
a
no, but
little.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. There are different. So there are various credit score gauging companies out
That's
there.
really an
It's
experience.
like at
Yeah.
least 16 of them,
I didn't. I
which
don't
a lot
know.
of which a lot of people don't know. They're like at least 16 different like credit score gauging companies out there. It's Beyond, Experian, and Equifax, and like those are the ones that we know. You know, those are the mainstream ones that we know.
I get
but
a
there are
FICO.
other. Yeah, and there's FICO as well. You have FICO scores as well, but they're different. They're different ways to gauge credit score and scores, and those. So there, when certain companies run your do credit checks, they might not necessarily use Equifax or TransUnion or all. They might use another company that's a little more specific, and then that's when your phone bill comes into play, your rent comes into play. Like
It's interesting because what they were just saying, and I just found something real quick. So kind of like Had was saying, if you use your credit card, it's gonna help you pay your thing, right? But there's also they said there's a service called Wallet. It reports your monthly subscription as a loan repayment, which can help you build your credit history. So if you connect it through that service, it can help you, but you have to like kind of connect it. It's not like directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's important too. Like as far as like you said, getting an apartment, getting a house, like they're gonna look at all of that stuff. And even before you get a house, like if you work with a realtor, they're gonna tell you, they're gonna do a credit check on you first, and they're gonna be like, yeah, this is where you need to fix, your issues. Because even if you have stuff from like years ago or like a decade ago that you haven't paid off, the realtors will run, one of those credit checks, and they'll say, oh, you have this payment that you didn't make, from a decade ago. You need to fix that, because they're going to look at it. Even if it's not on your TransUnion, on your Equifax, account, and it's not showing up, because it's going to fall off after, usually it's 7 years after, after.
Except for college loan payments, like you got to pay that shit back. Like college loans, like that shit will never fall off. It just rolls over to your next of kin. Like y'all think I'm joking when I say that shit.
No,
I'm dead serious.
No.
Those people want their money. They're
like,
serious about getting the money.
Yeah, they like, I'm telling you, if you do not take care of those college loan payments, it will roll up. Like let's say if you don't have a kid, that shit can roll over to your niece, nephew, brother, sister, whoever. If your ass is dead, it's gonna roll over to your next of kin, and shit can get real like that. So
and Benny, the other thing that doesn't affect credit scores is if you take a loan out on your life.
That's not true.
If you take money out from your life insurance, that also will not affect your credit score.
No, it might not affect your credit score, but some people, they do look at. I'm telling you, certain like the people who like housing people who sell houses, like realtors, they'll look at that.
They look at your assets.
Benny is disagreeing with you.
Are we sure? Are we sure about the student loan one? Because if you default on your loans, can't that also have an impact on your credit?
It should.
It should.
It should. Like it. Like with not with like with certain ones. Like Steph said, there's like 16 of them. So it might not affect the top 3 or whatever. But somewhere in one of the motherfuckers, it's gonna affect something. Something. Right or wrong, Steph. It's gonna affect some shit.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna show up in one of the other lesser known credit.
But how much impact does that lesser known one have?
Like I said,
it depends what you're doing.
Like I said, if you're going for a house, it's definitely going to affect you, because they look at all the companies. They look at all the credit score gauging companies. And they're going to tell you need to pay this off
to whoever.
College loans only gets rolled over to whoever is a co-signer.
So it affects them though. It affects their credit score. They're the guarantor. So yes,
definitely.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that unless you have a co-signer, Like if let's just say somebody passed away, then then they didn't pay their college loan. That means the college loan people are just fucked. Like
If the cosigner is no longer living and the person who took the loan is no longer living, I guess they don't get shit. Or
that's what I'm saying.
They could take your assets,
fucked.
or they try to take your assets. The person who like the main person or the person
Yeah.
cosigner.
But what if they ain't got no like major assets? they majorly fucked.
They either
That's
take
it.
whatever they can get, or they're fucked. But they get so
fucked.
much fucking monies. They don't give. I mean, they're dropping the bucket where they can get from one.
And
person.
they have insurance on it, so they're gonna they'll be
that
fine.
as well.
Yeah, they'll be
We're not crying. We're not crying over Sally Mae. Sally Mae is not broke.
No, it's called. They got a new name now. It's called Advantage.
Whatever.
They're gonna take
Bullshit, different name.
advantage of you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're gonna take advantage
Yeah.
of the ass when they bend you over the table.
Yeah. Oh no!
You almost had me
Freaking
spit my
Eric.
water out when you said that. Like, yo.
Oh, you want to go to
That's that-
college? You want to make a better life? Yeah, you know what you got to do. Some puppy shit.
Oh my god! Should we call it Diddy? I don't know, something with Diddy in it.
That's some
something,
Diddy
something
type
with
of-
Diddy.
Diddy class shit.
Yeah. Take
Diddy
that. Take that. Bag boy. Take
Oh,
that. Take
oh,
that.
you wanna have a good life? You know what you got to do.
Take that. Take that.
You want?
Take that,
You said
take that.
you want a PD loan? Okay, we'll give you a PD loan. Uh-huh.
That loan's
PD
been long.
load, I like that.
Hey guys, yo, we gotta jump into final thoughts right now, man. Yo, god damn. Oh man, yo, Steph, your final thoughts on this housing crisis shit, man. Like, what's going on?
Man,
PD loan. Take that.
we can break it down into even in racial components, because we haven't even gotten into that part. It's how many man, black people we get the short end of the stick on so many things. And then there are other times where we don't see we don't necessarily see the value in where we live as well. And that's another thing. That's another trap that we fall into. Like, we don't see the value in our location. And then when we get priced out of those locations, and then, the other folks build it up and make it more livable, then we're like, oh, they used to be ours. Like, we resent it, and we complain. But we need to learn how to invest into our own communities. And it goes back to even before, when they were talking about how many times like money changes hands within the community. Like, when they talk about when they compare like the Jews and how like it changes hands at least 18 times within that community. And then when it comes to black people, like, as far as our money, it changes 0 times within our community. Like, we need to get back to invest, like reinvesting into our communities and figuring out how that looks. Even though we didn't exactly get into that part of the topic, but just overall, we need to learn how to invest and invest wisely into the property that we have. And we need to really focus on generational wealth. And it's not just money, that's also land ownership. As a people, we need to definitely work on that. And I think we are. I think this generation, these couple of generations that are coming up now, I think they're beginning to understand land ownership and passing it down to family members, and us, like, preserving it and maintaining it. We should buy a house together.
I get the master.
So
Sweet.
Benny,
Not
Benny,
master.
and
Sweet.
Benny, you and I have had this conversation. We'll have to talk more on like what's happening, but yeah, but yeah, it just, as a whole, like, we need to understand the value of land ownership and having your own land and having your own property and also building on that property, so you and your loved ones can thrive. So
That's a fact.
it's not
Agreed.
much. As you can see, the housing market is very sparse right now, and we need to hold on to whatever we have currently.
All right, that's definitely what's up. That's definitely agreed. Advis, final thoughts.
From all the commercials, even though I don't watch TV, but are on YouTube, that keeps popping up, they keep saying the rent is too dang high. And it's a multitude of reasons why that's the case, but it's important that if we got resources that we know of, and yeah, if we have to work together, then let's go for it. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna keep rising. Prices are gonna keep doing what they do because the economy is gonna keep doing what it does. But please make sure that you put yourself in a good situation. Learn how to finance. Learn how to budget. And I mean, there's more that can be said, but I'm a be like Steph. I'm step out of this right now. I'm But other than that, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you for that, man. Eric, final thoughts.
Quick thing to like kind of like double down what everybody else is saying. I agree. You also like invest. Like Seth is saying, investment. Also, trust. People know where it's trust. You can make the property a trust, which is basically guarantees that shit doesn't leave your family line. You know what I mean? Like people need to understand that shit. There's a lot of loopholes and shit that the rich use that we're not aware of. And yeah, I think this generation is hopefully becoming aware of it and becoming understanding the power of owning something. You know what I mean? For sure.
Right. Well, I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and simple. Before you even talk about housing and everything, us as African American people, we need to know about financial literacy. We need to know about. Thank you.
Power of the
power of the dollar. Yeah. Me and Ab used to have a show on Instagram called Power of the Dollar. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, African Americans, we need to know about financial literacy. We need to know about how to use that dollar in order to, take care of our community. In order to build, shall I say, in order to build and take care of the community. You know what I'm saying? We do have a couple of black banks around, Carver, Industrial, for those who know. What's up?
What was the one that Killer Mike set up down in Atlanta? There was a bank that he set up down there.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that shit. I'm gonna look that up though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look that up.
Invest in it. Yeah,
I'm gonna look that up. If you have an African, if you have African
Greenwood founders, yeah,
Greenwood. Okay, yeah. If you got African Americans that are really that they open up a business and they really about their business, support their business. Let's put the black dollar back into the black community. You have to remember, for years the black dollar. Yes, let the dollar circulate. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Billy Paul. You know what I'm saying? For those who know Billy Paul and that song
right here.
Yes, ma'am. Like, you got to remember one thing: the African American dollar is the most powerful dollar that in the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, we buy everybody else's shit.
Yep.
Everybody else's shit. If you don't think that the black dollar is the most powerful dollar in the United States of America, look at Michael Jordan. Look at Nike. Look at Tommy Hilfiger. Look at the owner of Timberland. There's a reason why I'm saying these people's names and their companies, because we're the ones that put them on, and most of them don't even like us.
We're the coolest.
In order for us,
monkeys in the jungle.
Yep.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hate to cross that line. I don't mean to.
I know that.
No disrespect.
I know that. It's just I remember that's cringe.
Like I don't want to start no shit with nobody, but in order for us to really get to a point, sometimes you got to cross the line to get to that point. Just to be sure.
By the way, I haven't bought H&M since. But anyway, go ahead.
In order for us to really say, to really talk about like housing and like investing. We have to know how to invest and what to invest into. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying before we even get to that part. It's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And true and facts, there really is levels to it. So, but I'll leave it at that. So, and congratulations to my son, Xavier Shinnery, for graduating with the 2024 class of W.C. Bryant High School in Long Island City, New York.
Did he pick a college, by the way?
Yes, he did. He's spending 2 years in Baruch and Baruch College, and then he's going to transfer. Hold on.
That's very smart.
I'm not done yet.
I know. But I'm just saying that's a smart
no. You don't know the choices this kid had. Like I'll tell you the choices afterwards, real quick.
But I'm saying
hold on.
But y'all in these no's.
Listen, I know why he did it. It's tuition free. So, and Baruch is a very good college. It's a business college. So very smart.
But you don't know the choices he had. Like I'm telling you, he had anyway.
And he spent 2 years
to be broke.
Steph, let me finish, please.
Want to go in
2 years. 2 years. He's spending 2 years in Baruch College. Then he's going to transfer to the University of Alabama. Okay. There's a reason why he's transferring to the University of Alabama.
Their music.
Vanderbilt is over there.
Football.
Okay.
Oh, Roll Tide.
Well, not really for football, but more. He's taking business entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And I think business engineering is his minor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like Baruch is a good college for that. Alabama is too, but he was also dealing with the whole football thing as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too much into it because he didn't pick that. He picked Baruch first off.
Wait, someone's rushing us. But let me say one more thing, and this is related to the housing stuff.
No, but I'm not getting to that. I'm just telling y'all what it is because y'all asked the question.
Okay,
but whatever.
Congrats to Happy Dad.
But man.
Well. But I wanted to, because this is related to housing. Congrats to our homeboy Ramon. Ramon did purchase a house, so congrats to the guy.
Oh shit, yo! Congratulations, Ramon.
In this market, I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, in this market, that's very tough to do, and he worked very hard to get there. I know he was attempting to get a house for a while, so congrats to the homie Ramon.
Yeah, congrats to him, man. Like in
a nice neighborhood too, in New York.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But this concludes the episode of Random Thoughts. Tune in as we get into episode 6-13. And what is that? That's going to be what is it? What is it? Dating a disably able person or some shit?
Dating.
Oh, differently able.
Yeah, differently able people. What is dating differently able people like?
Yes, what is dating differently able people like? My fault. Like I said disabled. Like damn.
Yeah. No, that's why they say differently able, because that doesn't necessarily mean that they're disabled. They just have other abilities that we don't have.
Why can't we just say like dating special needs people? I mean, well, not special needs person.
I mean,
like I my fault.
Negative connotation.
Yes, it has negative connotations to it.
You're right. Differently able, like we can't say disabled. You can't say special needs. Can't say none of that shit.
Tiffany, we need you here next week. So Tiff, if you're here, you need to get on. You need to get on the show again.
I know there's like 2 or 3 people on TikTok that actually they was talking about that on TikTok. I'm gonna see if I can run into their pages again and ask them to come down. You know what I'm saying? Why me come on the show? So, like, what are we pausing about? Like, what I say?
Bye. We're good.
Put up the paper, Adviz. Put up the paper.
Put up the paper, Ad.
Put it up.
Put up the paper. Put it up.
Bye. Go home. Bye, everybody. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, no. Is this an intervention? Yes. Let's go. Bye. We're going home.
All right. So check this out.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yes.
Step out of this.
Exactly. Step out of this. Yo, so anyway, for Famous Ramos, vampire from Brooklyn, Adviz, aka the black acronym that loves vegan chopped cheese because he loves vegan chopped cheese, not me. Stephanie Gale, aka your mother's favorite lover, Steph Wonderless. I'm just fucking shit up today.
Step out of
this
this.
is aka Miss
out of
Step
this.
out of this because she needs to step out of this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
whatever.
saying? Step out of this.
Y'all
Anyway,
need me.
this is the LYR to the ICS, the lyrics signing off. We'll see you next week, y'all. Peace.